You guys know what time it is. It's Fox time, everybody. Hello, 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 how are we all doing tonight? Hello Drew. Hello, nobody. Hello, Godzilla Harris. Hello, Dave. Welcome everyone. It's going to take you over 150 minutes to download Final Fantasy. I am so sorry. Yeah, it's a big game. It can take a while. You're bored out of your mind. You should probably be asleep. Probably. That might be a good idea. You should definitely be asleep, yes. Go ahead, go sleep you. You can always come back another time. One of you guys asked if I am in Ultros. I am not. I am in Lamia. However, you can just travel to Lamia. By visiting one of the, main cities. And going to the Big Crystal. You can easily transfer to a different world. How's it going, Thistle? I mean, if you say so, Drew, but remember, put yourself before me. Like your guys, lives matter a lot more than what I'm doing. It's going good. That's good to hear. So I might have fixed the coloring issue with my capture card. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I have. Looking at the, visuals from the capture. And my monitor, it looks exactly the same. So everything should be fine. We'll see as we continue. How's it going, Kenny? I'm doing good. I'm doing all right. I kind of cheaped out for dinner. I don't know if this is going to make me sound. Well, it's not going to make me sound like anything because I'm from 2101. Have you guys heard of K-pop Demon Hunters? Did you guys know that Demon Hunters K-pop Demon Hunters has a McDonald's thing going on? I decided to see what that was about. It was literally just a normal McDonald's meal. With like some kind of seasoning pack and cards. I don't know what that's about. I have not seen the movie. I've heard it's actually really good. But That's why 8 o'clock today. Close enough text-to-speech, that's what. I ate today. And I'm probably going to regret it at some point. It's worth a watch, that's all I've heard. Course, enough text-to-speech so I have heard. A few of my friends have seen it and they recommend it. Maybe I could mooch off of them at some point. I don't have Netflix. So. Maybe I'll just bother one of them. Very good animation and music. I know it's animated by the same people who made the Spider-Verse movies. So that alone is enough to get me at least a little bit interested. I think the animation in those movies it's just phenomenal. You don't like musicals and you have a particular distaste for anything K-pop. I don't really listen to K-pop. I'm about J-pop. Haven't seen the Spider-Verse movies either. I can at least highly recommend the first one. The second one, I feel like I might be able to recommend once the final part is out. You know, depending on how things kind of build from there. Does that make sense to you guys? Alright, let me just log into the game. So as I stated before, don't view this as a playing the game sort of stream. View this more as a glorified just chatting stream.
Did you mean Ting stream? Could you clarify or provide more details? I'm here to help.
So you guys, you can go ahead and bring up whatever topics, and I'll do my best to respond. On the topic of movies, what was what just now? What's going on? Did text-to-speech screw up? I think that was just text-to-speech screwing up. That has happened before. That has absolutely happened before when we were playing Yakuza 0. I recall it happening at least once. How's it going, Mr. Bear? Welcome. It's a very rare issue. I think it's more an issue with the translation service than it is with text-to-speech itself. Do I want to lift for a long distance? You don't really have to. But if you... Where am I going? Okay, I'm going to Central. If you want to like hang around, you can. Right, I was going to talk about movies. I don't think I have mentioned it. But for Mama Fox's birthday, we decided to watch the Mario Galaxy movie. Since we saw the original Mario movie. And you know, we enjoyed it. My audio is a bit too loud. Okay, there we go. But we watched the original Mario movie. And had a pretty decent time watching it. I think it's fun movie. It's not really a movie that. Wait, what do you mean all mind is here? Huh. I'm going to ignore that. Anyway, the original Mario movie. I enjoyed it. It's very, I wouldn't say very turn your brain off kind of movie. But very much one where it's just like, just have fun, you know. The Mario Galaxy movie. I don't know if I would say it's better. But it does follow the same idea of just having fun with it. I'm sure you guys know that they also include other Nintendo characters aside from Mario. They also included Fox McCloud, Star Fox. Close enough text-to-speech. Yeah, that is the idea of Mario as a whole. It's just having fun. Yeah, he was fantastic. He doesn't have a lot of screen time. But he easily became my favorite character. It also got me thinking, you know. I've never actually played a Star Fox game. I've played Ace Combat, which I'd assume is like Star Fox, but with more war crimes. If I were to play a Star Fox game, which one would you guys recommend? This wouldn't be for stream or anything. You would just be for myself. I really need anything from him so I can get the bronze piece. Get money from this. The original or 64. I don't know which is. Which one won't make me want to die? That's the real question. Like I asked a similar question with, and I know I've brought up this friend a lot, but the friend who's way more into Metroid than I am. And you know they recommended with Metroid that I start with 0 emission. And fusion. Like either or. The last one will make me want to die. Is that the one that was on the, Wii U? That sounded like a pan was getting hit. Did you guys hear that? It is the Wii U one, okay. That makes a lot of sense. I've never actually owned a Wii U. At any point in my life. For a good chunk of time. The only console I had was the original Wii. You know, I had a PlayStation 3 but it broke. So. That was all I had console-wise. In terms of handhelds. The 3DS. No correction, Drew, I had one. Unfortunately, that broke as well. The Wii U definitely could have been just an upgrade. So the Wii. However, you don't regret getting the Wii U. Yeah, I hear the games on the Wii U are actually really good. I don't doubt that. From what I hear often. The problem with the Wii U was the poor marketing. Like selling what exactly it is. And some kind of issue with the system itself. Like apparently it was barely any more powerful than the original Wii. Again, that's just what I've heard. I don't know myself. You have Wii U, but it's a Zelda, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess machine. Yeah, that's fair. If I had a Wii U, it would just be a Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate machine. People originally thought it was a tablet that could be paired with the original Wii. I don't think I would really bullying them for thinking that. Seems like a very easy assumption to make. It was also the gamepad. It made it more expensive and no one wanted to use it. So, the gamepad was like the most expensive part. Am I getting that right? I got provoked. It's going to help us so much. We'll come back to these guys. That's teleport I want to use. Return. Well, maybe I should have kept return on my hotbar. That's actually kind of cool. I do like the idea of the Wii U. But as I understand it, just the execution was extremely flawed. Think all mind is following me. She followed me in Armored Core 6. And now she's following me here. I can't escape her. Alright. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing. Just to break away from the console talk really quick. So once you hit level 15. You want to talk to the smith. To go through the tutorial. The reason you want to do this is because it gives you special equipment. That will last you a good while. What was I saying right? Apart from the Wii, I also had the 3DS. I loved that thing. That was my Monster Hunter machine. I played. At least. Something like 550 collective hours of Monster Hunter. Not one specific game. Like Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and Monster Hunter Generations. I also played the original Monster Hunter Stories. I played that on the 3DS. What else did I play on my 3DS? Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. What's the difference between a regular DS and a 3DS? Yeah, the 3DS was much more powerful and it had the 3D effect. It's not exact, but you could view the 3DS as like portable PlayStation 2. Again, it's not exact, but they are similar in power from what I recall. Of course, after the 3DS you get the Nintendo Switch. While I do kind of miss dedicated handhelds, I do like my Switch. I also like my Switch too. So, I'm not too upset about it. I also generally just prefer portable systems. Was the same sort of deal with the PSP and PS Vita. Problem with the PS Vita is that it was a good system, but it was very poorly marketed, from what I recall. That and I forget what the other issue was. I just don't think a lot of developers wanted to make things for it. He never owned a portable console in your life. The mobile cell phone killed the PSP. That is true. Although don't forget, there was the PSP phone. That was an actual thing. But yeah, cell phones kind of did kill portable systems in general. You know, aside from the Switch gets to live. They were very expensive back in the day. Oh, absolutely. Actually, another thing about it, I did have a PSP. Let me tell you. My way of thinking. If there was a Kingdom Hearts game on that system, I wanted that system. Just for the Kingdom Hearts game. Of course, nowadays I'm a bit more strict about it. Like, you know, don't really want to buy a system for one game specifically. First handheld device was the Steam Deck. I don't have a Steam Deck. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I would get one. No, come back here, sir. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm just not super interested in it. But understand, a lot of people like it and I'm actually glad that they do. I do think there is a place for portable PCs. Got to play Mario Kart on the DS a few times. My 3DS actually came with Mario Kart 7. I am bad at racing games. I am so bad at racing games. I was not good at Mario Kart 7. I still have fun, but I wasn't good at it. Wait, did they make? No, they did make fighting games on portable devices. I think it was mainly the PS2, right? Metroid Prime Hunters Online. Wait, that has an online mode. I didn't know that. Speaking of Metroid, I need to play more of those. The last Metroid game I played was Metroid Prime 4. And I know I skipped over 2 and 3. It's because I don't really have access to 2 and 3 right now. By the way, Nintendo, you should port those games, please. I will give you money. I think the next game I want to play is Samus Returns. And kind of justice go into order, you know. Samus Returns, Super Metroid, Fusion and Dread. I, however, will never play Metroid Other M. You can't make me. Yeah, exactly. You guys can't. I will not be convinced. We can make me play Metal Gear Solid 2. Now see the difference. Is that I would want to play that one. I've never actually played Metroid Other M. I had a friend that showed me Metroid Other M. This isn't the same friend. That's also really into Metroid. Not the same person. You would move some other games ahead of Samus Returns. I have to finish one of the class quests. Okay. Let me guess. I should play Super Metroid and Fusion first. Because I understand that Samus Returns is more similar to Dread than it is to the other games. I don't know, I kind of want to go in order. Not for any particular reason other than I just want to. All that's out right now. Okay, I need to pick that up as soon as I can. I don't know when we'll be able to play it. We still have a bunch of things to get through. Have to head to Camp Tribune. I think that's in Eastern. Or Northern. No, it's Eastern. Has a demo of the cancelled game. I want that. I want that so bad. I should have hired a No, I'm not sure if I want to rent. I think I'll just revel. Wait, no, that's not where I want to go. Alright, I guess I'm renting. I only get 10 minutes of having a chocobo. Do you guys know what game series I do want to stream at some point? And trust me, it's not going to be a super long one. Okay, that is one. But that's very long. That's a very long series. Each game, if you do everything in, at minimum, is 120 hours. You're close, Drew. That's a close guess, but no. It's a series that I played as a kid. That only recently got all of its entries added to the PlayStation 5. Have you guys ever played the Sly Cooper games? I loved those games as a kid. Absolutely. Loved that game. Or series, I should say. Except the fourth. We don't talk about that one. But I actually have all of the Sly Cooper games on the PlayStation 5. It makes me really happy that I do. I don't have my physical copies of them anymore. For various reasons. So it makes me happy to have them again. But that's a series from my childhood that I would want to stream. They're not long games at all. I feel like you could beat them all within 15 hours. Like if you really focus. Are those mountain chicken frogs? Maybe. They're very mean frogs. When they see you, they immediately pull you towards them. It's actually really annoying. You know what else I would want to stream? That I played as a kid. Spider-Man 2. The one based off of the Sam Raimi movies. I would love to play Spider-Man 2. It has been so long since I played that game. I think there is a chocobo guy up here. What? What are some games you guys played as a kid? Genuine curiosity, what have you guys played as kids? Have I actually, now I think about it, have I ever told you guys what my first video game was? Okay, well, don't give us too many. Now if you guys think my first ever video game was like Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy, you would be wrong. My first ever video game was an X-Men fighting game. I think he was called X-Men Academy. Ton of Skyrim, Minecraft, Animal Crossing, Call of Duty. I've never played Call of Duty. Syndicate Cannon Fodder Settlers 1. Well, think I've heard of those. But yeah, that was the first video game I ever played. Second one I ever played I think was the PlayStation Spider-Man. The PlayStation 1 Spider-Man game. That's a really good game and part of me kind of hopes it gets a remaster at some point. Or a re-release, you know something. And then the third game I ever played was Kingdom Hearts. I started with superheroes. And then I went to anime. I have played a few Crash Bandicoot games when I was a kid. Not a lot of them. I wasn't like super into Crash Bandicoot. I did, however, play Ratchet Deadlocked. I liked that one a lot. It has barely any story. Is barely any story, it was just a lot of running, shooting things, destroying things. And it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's such a good game. Actually, I wonder if it's available for purchase. I don't know if any of the Ratchet and Clank games are available. Took you some time to set up your Dragoon hotbars. Dragoon is weird. Dragoon is kind of weird right now. He used to have an ability called Dragon Sight, where you would target another party member. And as long as they were in range, you too would share a buff. That was like a really cool thing in my opinion. I don't know why they removed it. They took the buff from that and put it on a different ability. Rift Apart is available. Okay. PlayStation 2 Ratchet and Clank. That's what I'm talking about. Bugs Bunny Lost in Time is pretty fun. I don't know that one. Thinking on it, the PlayStation 2 was the era of like random licensed games. Did they try to streamline most of the jobs would be easier to play? I don't know. I didn't really keep up with a lot of the news lately. Oh right, I have auto going. You want to know a random licensed game that I played? The Shark Tale game. You guys ever played that? It's bad. It's not a good game. I played that to completion. I'm not even joking, I did play that to completion. And after I finished it, I was like 12 years old or something. And after I finished it, I was like, that sucked. No, I don't want to touch that again. I'm not mad, just stubborn. There's a difference. God, what's another bad game I played? Trying to think. There were a lot of bad licensed games. Okay, we're good. Text-to-speech was having a bit of a fit. I actually played that Pirates of the Caribbean game too. I don't know if I ever finished it. I think I finished the PSP version. It also had Liar's Dice, which I didn't understand how to play back then. But yeah, I play the Pirates of the Caribbean game. I played that one. some other like random lice in the stands. That I've played. You know, one game I wish I played. Are actually two. Transformers War on Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. I wish I played those games. What do you mean my audio is reduced? What do you mean? No, my audio is the same as it's always been. It might be the game audio is too high. I'll have to fix it once this is over. Oh god, there's too many of them. Anyway, I wish I could have played those Transformers games. Yeah, I know. I'm massive. She's massive. Those are two games I wish I could have played. I think I've mentioned the Skylanders games before. I played those a lot. Which, by the way, if you want me to play the Skylanders games, we have to reach 1 trillion subscribers. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I have genuinely thought about it. I do have half of the games. At least now I do. The only thing is that the first two games are not available on the PlayStation I have. So I would have to get either a Wii or a Wii U. Which I don't know if it's really worth buying an entire console for that. Especially if I'm not going to use it regularly. I don't need any of these. Since we are getting armor upgrades. Where do I put this? I forget where I typically have it. I think I put it on square. Yeah, that feels correct. There's a Power Rangers game that you played as a kid. Oh, thank you, Drew. I played a Power Rangers game as a kid as well. since I was trying to think of like bad licensed games. It was based on the Samurai season. It was not good. I finished it in like a day. Did I play the Cars games? I played one on the PSP. I don't remember it that well. But I do recall that, the Cars games are actually really good. Or at least people say they are. As far as I know. I know, technically speaking. The last game on the Wii U was a Cars game. That was also really good. The DS one was hype. There is one on the DS. Doctrine reminds me. So, are you guys familiar with the Michael Bay Transformers movie? I'm not sure if I should even ask that. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. That had a ton of licensed stuff, including video games. Did you guys know that the licensed video game for the Michael Bay Transformers, the original one, it was pretty much different on every console. Like the PlayStation 1 was completely different. The Nintendo Wii was completely different. The PSP was completely different. And the Nintendo DS one was completely different. I hear the DS one was actually the best out of all of them. Because not only was it like, you know, the destruction-free roam, Grand Theft Auto, but it was also like an RPG as well. I never played that one. And I know they split it into 2 games. Which also had an online mode, if you can believe it. You know, I haven't watched those movies in a long time. I just remembered I need to adjust my volume. There it is. Turn down the master volume a little bit. So that way you guys can hear me better. Is that better? There's absolute silence, so I'm just going to assume that the audio is better now. Everyone stay quiet if the audio has been improved. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to get a sword and shield as well, right? Or does that not happen yet? Actually, I don't think that happens yet. Is chat working right now? Yeah, it is okay. Just want to make sure that it isn't glitching. Hello Ruka, how's it going? Yeah, everything is working okay. You know what's weird to think about? If it wasn't for Kingdom Hearts, I probably would have never gotten into anime. I know for a lot of people, got into anime through like Dragon Ball Z or, you know, one of the bigger anime shows like Yu-Gi-Oh! What have you. For me it was Kingdom Hearts. Welcome back, Drew. Glad to hear you fixed your audio. I made sure to turn down the game audio just in case. Right, the Power Rangers game you're talking about. It's called Power Rangers Super Legends. I don't think I've heard of that one. Yes, Kingdom Hearts is what led me down this path. Kingdom Hearts is what made me what I am today. Take that however you will. It's a 2.5D side-scrolling beat-em-up platformer. Collect-a-thon. Okay, that was way too many things at once. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about this game. Have you guys heard of Spider-Man? Friend or foe? That old PlayStation 2 of beat-em-up game, where you would play as Spider-Man and various different villains. That's hold on. That is completely new. The way AoE attacks work is, as long as you're not standing in the area of effect. Once the cast bar is finished, you're safe. So like if there's a cone below me right now and I don't move once the cast is finished, it'll deal out damage to me. But if I do move, wait for the cast bar to finish, then move back in immediately afterwards, I'm fine. There are exceptions to that, but generally speaking, you don't have to, you know. You don't have to worry too much. Something like that, yeah. Yes, the animation is played after the cast is finished. Again, there are exceptions. Some attacks persist while the animation is still going. I couldn't give you specific examples because I don't remember them, but they do exist. Yeah, you could play as Green Gobble and Envenom. I don't think Omega has anything like that. At least I don't recall Omega. Right, the flamethrowers. Right. I remember now. It's so long. How's it going, Chief? Now I gotta go all the way back to Horizon. Thanks, game. Thank you. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. Mainly just like talking about nostalgic games or, you know, things that I played when I was a kid. They did make it based on the bait. Based on the Sam Raimi movies. They also had James Arnold Taylor as Spider-Man in those. In that game specifically. If anyone doesn't know who that is, that's the voice actor for Ratchet and the main character of Final Fantasy X. Wow. Exactly. See, I need to head to Horizon. The beam attack Omega has in Monster Hunter Wilds isn't the same. Well, no, it kind of is. Yeah, I do kind of like him as Spider-Man. But I don't know. I grew up watching. It's a 90s Spider-Man series. I grew up watching that. I played the PlayStation 1 game. I, grew up watching the Sam Raimi movies. So I have a very specific idea of how Spider-Man should be. James Arnold Taylor does work. But in terms of my own preference, I kind of prefer the voice actor from the PlayStation 1 game. At least for video games. I do think Yuri Lowenthal does a really good job too. If you guys don't know who that is, have you played video games? Have you watched anime? I think he's very good at Spider-Man as well. Yuri Lowenthal. Another favorite for people when it comes to Spider-Man voices is what's his name? Josh Keaton, I think it is. You guys will have to correct me if I'm wrong. He's the voice of Ben Tennyson in Ben 10 Alien Force. Yeah, I think. Who was it that voiced Ben in the original series? My brain has been blanking on her name all day. It actually bothering me. Tara Strong, thank you. Oh my god, that was bothering me so much. I knew it started with that. And I thought she played Top in Avatar. Close enough text to speech. Hello. Someone's putting on a performance. Oh, do you need something? You need something, you buzzard. Thank you. Thank you for the shield. Gunther, if you're in chat, can you sound off? Best animated Spider-Man voices Drake Bell. I don't know what he's worked on and I'm not sure if I want to know. You know what, voice actor? I actually struggle to identify sometimes. Johnny Young Bosch. Sometimes I actually struggle to recognize his voice. How's it going, Gunther? You wouldn't think it, but he actually has pretty good range. I feel like a good example of that is, compare his voice performance in, I would say Persona 4. Or Code Geass. And then compare his performance in Fate Zero or Yo-Kai Watch. I could never tell that it was him. Until it was eventually pointed out to me. Hope I'm enjoying the game. Oh, I love this game. I'm sure you guys are loving the adventures of BB Fantasy. And how she's massive compared to everyone. For anyone who joined in today and you don't know. I had the chat that was present last time. You know, all the members of chat. Make the character we're playing as. And everyone demanded that we have a tall lady. J.B. Blanc. Who is that? Hold on a second. French actor who's worked on animations and video games. It wasn't a demand, it was a necessity. Oh no, I'm playing the full game. I have the full game. What has he worked on? Oh, he was in High Guard. Okay, I'm not going to say much about that. I actually do. I think they're adorable. I love capybaras. Not as much as cats, of course, but still. Oh, he's actually quite a lot of stuff. Hello. Oh my god. Oh my god, thank you. Oh my god. Hold on, hold on. I gotta bring him out right now. Where is he? Look at him. He's so tiny. He's so small. Oh, thank you, Gunther. Thank you. It is. Hold on, I gotta do something very important. You're going to see my keyboard for a moment. I'm keeping him around forever. Alright, where do we have to go next? Oh, just the center of the area, okay. Right, I was looking at the voice credits of. Oh, he was in a Final Fantasy game. He also plays League of Legends characters. Okay. He's been in some anime too, that's interesting. Hello, Bernie. Well, I kind of want to take on Bernie really quick. I might as well ask this again. For anyone who might be like hopping in. After I asked previously. What? What might be like one of your favorite childhood games? Hold on. I'll grab that bird. Easy, yeah. It's what you get, Bernie. Guys, want to hear about an absolute stinker from my childhood? Yes. Absolutely. Oh, would you look at that corruption? Also, your shoulder pads are very shiny. Are they always like that? Why are his shoulder pads so shiny? Hold on to the little guy, the potato. He's wearing the same outfit. But these shoulder pads aren't nearly as shiny. Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker on PlayStation 1. Think I've heard of that. And I heard that one's bad. Well, let me get rid of the minions first. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot about this. Have you guys played Any Lego games. I'm talking like a Lego Star Wars. Lego Indiana Jones. Lego Batman. Any of those games at all. I absolutely love Lego games. They are some of the most fun that I had as a kid. Finished Lego Batman on PlayStation 2. When I was a kid, I had Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, Lego Indiana Jones, and what was it? It was the Lego Batman. The first one. I loved those games as a kid. Also, as a kid I didn't like it. I didn't like it when they started having actual voice acting in the Lego games. I don't know why I was a weird kid. But I preferred, like, the random grunts they would make. I liked that so much more. Like I said, I was a weird kid. You're with me on that. Well, don't be. I was a weird kid. Need to head back to Horizon. Let's go. Wait, is that? That's just a normal shirt. Why do you have a normal shirt? Do you think if I tried really hard, I could cosplay as Cosima Kiryu? Not what I said text-to-speech, but whatever. The main character of the Yakuza games. Oh, hello Nermket. How's it going? We have this system in the game. Is it? Is it the glamour system? Yeah, just like Monster Hunter layered armor. I think if I try hard enough, I will become John Yakuza. Now come with me, Capybara. We have a quest to turn in. Was that the painter? I thought I heard weird squishy sounds. Yeah, she's no longer gonna be fantasy. She's gonna become Yakuza. That also requires I would have to pick up Monk, right? Oh, hello, interject. No, I can't. I'll just put it over there for now. Open season. Okay, I don't know anything about the game. But I do know about the movie. I don't remember anything from the movie. All I remember about that movie was there was a bear who was a good boy. Until he met a deer. Interject you. Then he did something stupid. Then they had to live in the woods. And then everything was suddenly okay again for some reason I don't remember. Does that sound accurate? Does that sound accurate, you guys? Hello, friend request. Close, but not quite. Well, I'm doing my best. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Oh, you know. One game I had as a kid. Do you guys remember Over the Hedge? I had the game of that as a kid. And it was kind of like a sequel to the movie. It was weird. You loved that movie. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Did you miss the concert? Yes, unfortunately. But it's okay, there's going to be an encore. Yeah, there was a game. And like I said, it was weird. Like, okay, you guys know if you've seen the Over the Hedge movie. You guys know how there's like the pest extermination guy. Yes, I loved that mode. I loved that mode too. I would just go in that mode and just mess around. I didn't even care if I was doing well. Yeah, that guy. So the plot of the game was like, oh my god, it was like he broke out of prison and then started enslaving the animals. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not joking, that was the plot of the game. It was really weird. And like the final boss of the game was his mind control device thing. The mind control server or something. It was weird. It was a very weird game. I had a lot of fun with it. But it was strange. Yeah, absolutely. You could play as like all the different characters too. Like you could play as the skunk. What was her name? It was Stella, I think that was her name. I remember in the movie. They had her disguised as a cat. It's like one of the few things I remember. You would also fight things with a golf club. And there was a boss fight in an amusement park against a guy. I am doing my best to remember. Oh, another DreamWorks game I played when I was a kid was Shrek Super Slam. That one. I loved playing that with my friends. That was so much fun. I never played. Okay, why don't we just say this really quick? I never played any Super Smash Bros. Games. Until like... Where am I supposed to go? Let me just check really quick. Okay, supposed to go. Alchemists killed. Anyway, I never played any of the Super Smash Bros. Games. Until I had a 3DS. Then I played the one on to 3DS. Probably the Gladiators Guild would be fastest way there. But before I ever played a Super Smash Bros. Game, I played Shrek Super Slam. I never actually finished it. Digimon Rumble Arena was your childhood though. I needed to try that one. I had to try all of Digimon games. I never actually finished it. Like, when you start Shrek Super Slam, if I recall, you only start with like half of the roster. You get like another 2 or 3 characters for completing the story mode. And everyone else was locked behind a challenge mode. That was actually really fun. And the challenges were all things like get to the end of this platform challenge or oh, hello. A kitty. I thank you for your gift of kitty. Now I have Sniff in the game. It's probably going to sound weird for anyone who doesn't know me. Sniff is my cat. That's her name. That's what she does. Well, now I'm conflicted. Do I want Sniff? Or do I want Kakibara? I'm going to keep the capybara around. At least for today. Next time we'll have Sniff. There were like... God, there are so many characters in that game. Going back to Shrek Super Slam. You know, they have all the different Shrek characters, but they also had Black Knight. They had, I think, Robin Hood. They had Quasimodo. They had gnomes, if I recall. I tower over you. I just want you to know that. You really liked freedom fighters as a kid. I'm not really a shooter person either. The only exceptions I can think of. Those would be Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original. And Marvel Rivals. And I guess Mass Effect if you count that. Those are the only shooters I could actually get into. And I really couldn't tell you why. It's made by the same people that made the Hitman games. Oh, right, Metroid, thank you. Metroid Prime. That is a shooter game. Alright, where am I going? After Rendezvous. Okay, we need to head to Black Brush. Rivals got too sweaty for you. Then. I was going to say something that might have been a little mean, so I'm not going to say that. I've recently started getting back into Rivals. Since they added White Fox. And no, it's not because she's a fox. It's actually because I was excited for Black Cat. She's one of my favorite Spider-Man characters. I'm very biased. You prefer the chill rather than compete constantly. I mean, you can just do the AI mode, where it's just you 5 other players against robots. You can still get through your daily missions that way and, you know, not really worry about that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I can sprint. I keep forgetting I have that ability. I've never played any Quake games. think the closest I've ever gotten was what's that Omega? Excuse me. I think the closest I've ever gotten to that was the original Doom. Why did you bully the frog? Because the frogs are going to bully us. That's what they do. You've played all of the Doom games? I've only played the original. Never actually finished it either. It's a bit of a problem with me. You'll love the modern trilogy. The recent Doom games look really fun. Although I heard that the latest one isn't as good. Okay, I know it's because they just reused the models. It didn't really change him up. But those guys look like triplets. People like Eternal style way too much. Is okay. Is Doom Eternal like the fast-paced non-stop action? It is okay. With rock, paper, scissors elements. What? Okay, that's the first time I've heard of a shooter game having rock, paper, scissors. Easy fight. I still tower over everyone. I don't think that's going to be changing anytime soon. Oh, it's a member of Organization 13. When do I get my Keyblade? When they finally have crossover with Kingdom Hearts. Sir, I'm not sure if you notice, but your minion is kind of bad at this job. Weapons are better for disabling certain attacks on certain demons. Okay, I see. That makes a lot more sense. We did it. We defeated the Organization 13 member. Hold on, I'm gifted. Alright, goodbye. Goodbye, handsome stranger. Hello. Hello everyone. We did it. Hold on, is there like a cheering? Cheering, There's a rally. Hold on, let me do my rally. Okay, I can't accept that. I can't accept that. That's a lot of money. I mean, fine, alright. This is the last thing I'm accepting. Don't worry, it's not. Okay, that makes me concerned. Yeah, we have defeated Organization 13. Now, go back to the city. It would have been nice if everyone could have given me a ride back. Not you guys specifically, just the people who organized that entire event. Hi, Omega. How's it going? Okay, that's just a Gundam. Sure, why not? I will join the party. Yeah, I know how joining parties works game. I know how to do that. I have played a video game before. Hold on, why are you level 100? Huh. I can ride on the Gundam. Oh, hello. How are we okay? Well, I mean, if you're giving me a ride, we need to head back to the city. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is that a hand? Is it just carrying you? Why is that so funny to me? It feels like something. It feels like something like that one meme. Of like the guy running with the other guy just menacingly floating through the hallway. You guys ever see that? Oh my god. Did we finally find someone who's larger than me?
Exalted vessel of Northal, guardian of Thanalan, 17th ascendant to the throne of Uldar, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ulnamo presides.
Long live Nanamo!
Long live
Glory
Nanamo!
to the
Glory
Sultana!
to the Sultana!
Forever may she
Forever
reign!
may she reign!
They regaled me with tales of a champion amongst champions, once whose tireless service to the crown merited the highest honor we might bestow. Never did it occur to me that it might be you. Bring it forth! Betokening our gratitude and esteem, I, Nanamo Ulnamo, Sultana of Uldar, confer upon you this gift. Raoban,
Your Grace,
see to it that our champion is my personal guest at the banquet.
as you command, Your Grace. If what they say is true, Uldar owes you a great debt.
Is no one taller than me?
I am Raoban al-Din. With the consent of Her Grace, I oversee the affairs of the Sultanate. Brave souls are few and far between in these times. I count my blessings when I find one. Her Grace invites you to join her at the coming banquet. I trust I will see you there.
An honor! Huzzah!
Indeed.
Come, hero!
Yes, the
Until
banquet
then.
full of everyone who is shorter than me.
For the sake of Her Grace and the glory of the Sultanate, may you walk in the light of the crystal.
I'm not even on screen. Do you think they'll mind if I perform for the banquet? That's clearly why they want me there, right? It's not because I am a great hero or anything. Oh my god, even he is shorter than me. By like a centimeter. Yeah, I'm actually the maximum height. Because this is what the previous chat has requested. But do I have the proper clothes for a banquet? Does it matter? I'm in my armor, is that not enough? Wait, it's only the top 3. Is it number 1 in the top 3? Should also grab a nice dress. Are there any nice dresses for me to grab? That's the real question. Second tallest. Only the males can be taller, okay. But in terms of like story, characters, am I always going to be taller than everyone? Obtain earrings from Serendipity. Hey, congratulations, nobody. Doesn't seem like it took as long as you said it would. And there are a lot of people on today. Should be obvious it's currently the evening. Last time we played this was during the day. Which I would assume you know. Not a lot of people would have been on by then. Alright, where is serendipity? This is why you never believe timers on progress bars. Even though you were complaining about how it was taking a while. And you said it was going to take a while. You remember that. At the start of Oh my god. I'm not sure if I can show that on stream, but why you guys send in the Discord? Because of how tall I am. Because of how tall I am. I have to lift up everyone. I have to lift up the quest givers. Alright, I got the lockbox. My mind is kind of going back to childhood games. Marceau, the licensed ones. Have you guys? I swear. Whenever I ask people about this, like, no one knows what I'm talking about. Have you guys ever played a side-scrolling shooter Danny Phantom game on the DS? But on the voice of the just. I think that was the earrings, right? Have you guys ever played that? Every time I ask someone if they have played that, they just look at me like I'm crazy. I think I just go around, right? Another game I played on the DS was like a How to Train Your Dragon turn-based RPG. That one was actually really good. I really enjoyed that one. Even if the enemy variety was terrible.
All hail
See,
the Sultana.
I'm wearing the appropriate banquet clothing.
Your Grace.
Raubon? By right of the Royal House of All, I, Nanamo, 17th of my line, have summoned you here. We are graced this day by the presence of a hero to Uldar and dear friend to the crown.
Yes, there's voice acting.
Honored guests, I give you our champion!
She's taller than me now.
And with that, I bid you enjoy
I can't believe it.
the feast.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Not to
I'm going to
spoil
go in
your
the corner and
appetite,
be a loner.
But Ul'dah is hardly so bountiful as this meal would have you believe. While we gorge ourselves, children starve in the streets. Nor can her grace do aught to help them. She is thwarted at every turn by those on the syndicate.
A
who
real
derive
reborn
their
is known to
wealth
occasionally
from
have
the
a word
workers'
spoken.
Poverty.
Sway
Beneath
until
her mask of
Shadowbringers.
stately serenity,
You can't go a
she
quest
is
without voice
aghast at the
acting.
plight of her subjects.
I await that day.
But there will be no hope for the masses.
The only
until
reason
the
I'm not like
crown
reading
is
things out loud
restored to
myself
power. I am truly grateful for all you have done for
is because the
Ul'dah,
language in this game would
but
screw
there
up
is
text-to-speech so
more
much.
to do. That light,
That's not even mentioning
what
like all
is
the
it?
different terms and such.
so bright, almost like.
Oh yeah, it's
by
just
the
some rock
12.
candy I found.
Tell me true. Have you been troubled by strange dreams of late? Visions of the crystal? Mayhap you put them down to an excess of ether?
Why?
Yes.
Would you
are
do
like
that?
they were.
That's not why I send text-to-speech.
Allow me to explain.
Why?
Before you came to Eorzea, there were others like you who fought the primals. Though they were not of this land, when the Guardian Empire threatened the realm, they helped bring together the 3 grand companies. And they stood with us at Cartano, that fateful day 5 years ago. The day we lost them. None who survived have forgotten the heroes' sacrifice, nor would any man deny they fought alongside us. But the names of these heroes come not to our lips. The once familiar pages of their story are now blank to us. And in our mind's eye, their faces are naught but silhouettes amid a blinding glare. It is for this reason that we have come to call them the Warriors of Light. When I look at you, I cannot help but think of them, and of what you might achieve. You must protect that crystal at all costs.
He's yapping.
It is a gift from Hydaelyn, mother of all, and one she gave to you for a reason.
Sir, I have a performance to get to.
Yours is no ordinary tale. If I am right, the fate of the realm may yet hang upon your deeds. Only heroes and martyrs are fit to bear such a burden. Let us pray you are the former.
Oh no. No, not another plot headache. Oh, this is the cut scene that we saw before we made our character.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold. Show those imperial whore sons what we're made of!
That's what
Left
happens
flank
when I get
buckles.
dehydrated.
Divert the barracudas.
I get a plot headache.
Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The yellow serpents are in need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and
Doesn't
limb
she?
for our cause. We must not
Kind of
fail
sound
them.
like I guess from Persona 3. Close enough text to speech. Oh no. Was that Organization 13?
Is Artemis?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
Lion lady is kinda cute. You mean the tall one with a gun?
We are being watched.
Are you talking about the one with the blonde hair?
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
The one that wears black.
Ah!
She's the same race as us.
This is Mad Snake. Respond.
Ryder, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. God preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
God damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
We got a while until actual lion ladies. Right, because there is the big cat ladies. She looks like a lion.
Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying.
That
Call till they
absolutely had to have been a
respond.
Metal Gear reference.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir!
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order.
He sounds like a
All
sailor.
flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link shells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre.
Do you think it's wise to just stand out in the open like that? I'm
This dark,
not sure if you
stifling
noticed, but there's a
presence.
big dragon destroying
Who?
everything.
Or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
There they are, Organization 13.
Logalo,
Asawad Deken Bet Mubut.
Hey, could you speak English please?
Imarat.
Or you know any language that's...
Kiskato
Actually.
Gods Wadadorns. Seasoning.
It's fine, they got an old elf man casting a shield. Oh, okay, that totally solves everything. The dragon has bad eyesight. I can't be that bad. How's it going, Neon? I had a horrible dream. There was voice acting. It goes good. That's great to hear. Elton General wants to see us. Is he gonna apologize for yapping? Hope we have someone else in the party. Hello. Limit break. I know what that is. I've played Final Fantasy games before. I know how to limit a break. Hey, where am I going? Going to the Hall of the Flames. Wow, there's a lot of people on right now. Wait, Dr. Jekyll. Oh no, that must mean Mr. Hyde is here too. I want to see what other people wear. Wait, that's a cool sword. I want that. I want that sword. That's a really cool sword. That's for the Dark Knight, right? Mr. Hyde is. You don't. I don't think I want to see that. Nope. 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 And there really is a lot of people today. So different compared to last time. Oh, hello. Hello, Danielle. What do I get? I got a wind-up airship. Look at that, we actually get to be in frame for once. A friend told me. That because we are a max height. Large lady. There's apparently going to be a lot of scenes where we're just not in frame. Because we're just that tall. I think I remember. Actually checking how tall we are. I think it was 7 foot 4 inches. Somewhere around there. Like we are massive compared to everyone. Seven foot 3.7 inches. Okay, that sounds correct. God, my name is really, really silly. I don't think I ever mentioned it. I wanted hey everyone. I wanted my character to be called Jane Fantasy. But that name was unfortunately taken. So my dreams as Jane Fantasy have been dashed. Hello. Hello there. Oh, never mind. Okay, goodbye. They're no longer in the party. Out of curiosity. For everyone in chat. Was Final Fantasy XIV your first Final Fantasy game? And if not, which one was? For me personally, it was Final Fantasy X. That was my first ever Final Fantasy game. And we actually played through it last year. Technically, yes and no. I played Final Fantasy X. A little bit of Final Fantasy VII, I think. He played a turn-based mobile gacha game. Okay, some of the Final Fantasy gacha games were actually really good from what I heard. 8 was your first, but you actually played and beat 15. I've played and beaten 15 as well. I've also played the Pocket Edition of 15. I Not sure which one's better. I'm going to be real with you. Okay, better question. Which one is your favorite? Final Fantasy. For me. It's actually a tie between Final Fantasy X and Final Fantasy XVI. But I am also biased. Because I really like action games too. To head to the airship landing. I'm a dance partner now. Or is there a dancing? Is there a dance? There is. Look at me go. Hey, why are you poking me, huh? Huh. You kitty. I think that's a cat, right? Yeah, you have the tail. There are several dances if you dive deep into side content. Gotcha. So where's... Oh, there it is. Anyway, I like action games a lot. So Final Fantasy XVI really appeals to me. I've played that game. A lot. Like. I have almost 400 hours in it. You just passed one. I'll come back for it. Maybe. Hello. I would like to board the airship. You don't have to. Alright, I need to change my earring back. Now I need to change it to the one I was using before. Goodbye everyone. I have no idea where I'm going. Oh look, the handsome stranger is here. Oh, he's not even waving me goodbye. You know, I think I hate the handsome stranger. Yes, it's him. I was waiting for someone to say that. Yes, she is Mom. She is Tiny Mom. Oh no, I encourage you say it.
has been 15 years.
The Power
but
Rangers.
The bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years
Wait,
since
that's
the
Ansel.
Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios.
Close enough text-to-speech that's.
Silver Till lay ripe for the taking.
It's Mr. Darkness
and
himself.
all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of
Such devastation.
so ended our glorious conquest.
That's a big dragon.
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must
Who are you telling
be
this to?
saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Himself. He just needs to, he really needs to say this to himself. Oh, that's the ultimate weapon. That has to be.
Senior engineers, please report.
Added its Ultimo weapon shaped.
Following scheduled inspection.
Close enough text-to-speech.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign.
He really
and a
loves
huge
yapping.
one at that.
Is he gonna have a
I thought
monologue
the
every
Emperor
time
had
he's on
given up the
screen?
Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Monologue is the minimum.
Alamigo, my lord.
What do you mean that's the minimum?
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
Okay, you know what here reminds me of. He's like an evil David Bowie.
And do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
Am I the only one who sees that?
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of magic.
You love how comically evil they are. Wilkins. That is like the most evil helmet. Man, I can't believe it took me an entire day to get here. Oh wait, I have to go over there. Hello. Okay, I have to go to the Bulwark Hall. Hello. Why am I invisible? Okay, there we go. That scared me for a moment. Oh my god. There are so many people. Oh, it is. It is chugging now. Oh my god. Why are there so many people here? It's the hub for the game. What are you? What are you wearing? Is that a Muggle t-shirt? Escape that wretched, vile place. Why? What's so wretched and vile about it? Is that Sora Kingdom Hearts? Is that him? It kind of looks like his clothing. There you guys are. It's the Neo tunic. Okay, I'm getting distracted. I need to do my story. Wait, what? Excuse me. That guy is only wearing a tank top. There's a wonderful game.
Enter. So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Uldans place great faith in you. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melvib Blufisvin, Admiral of Limso Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news?
I'm sorry, do you want to tell me your name again? I don't think I caught it. Oh no, we only got 10 minutes left. It is Welsh. Why didn't I pick up on that? Alright, I think we'll start winding down after this cutscene. I think we made a lot of progress today. We got new armor. We slapped someone from Organization 13. And we have finally found a spot where my connection starts to have issues. So, next week, we will be continuing this. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I need to say that. We're probably going to keep continuing this for a while. That reminds me, I saw an event for Final Fantasy XIV is happening soon. Let me check. Looks like it's April. There's a cat doing the Irish jig. Oh, and I gotta see that. Well, when this cutscene is over, I have to see it. Where's the date for it? April 23rd. I think that's it, right? Oh, no. April 24th, okay. When is that? That's Friday next week, okay. I did see there is going to be a patch or something. The date for what? A Final Fantasy XIV event where I think they're announcing new information, right? Right. Where's the... Was it you? It was you all along. Pig. There's a pig. Look at him. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I'm getting distracted. Where we get him, we'll get his little pajamas. I don't have a phoenix down. Alright, I'd assume I'd probably want to log out somewhere that's not as populated. Okay, this is another area. Alright. I think that'll do it for today. On Wednesday. For anyone who hasn't seen the schedule yet. On Wednesday, we will be. If I can find the inn. Oh, I see it. I see him. On Wednesday, we will be continuing Final Fantasy XVI. And on Thursday. I almost said Friday. On Thursday, we're going to be doing some of the extra content in Monster Hunter Stories 3. Because there are a few extra bosses we haven't done yet. And I want to complete those before we fully move on from that game. But that said, thank you all for joining me today. I had to make sure I have my proper music going. Okay. Thank you all for joining today. And as always, stay foxy. Alright, goodbye everybody, goodbye. Hold on, can I wave in game? Yes, I can. Goodbye everybody. No, do it again. Do it again. There we go.